Hello, tiny one.
An enchanted bite.
It's been speaking to me. Kill. Attack.
Right.
Oh god, where am I?
Yeah, don't leave me here.
No one has stopped me.
She's gone! What? She's gone!
Guys, it's me. I need help.
Drop everything now.
No.
Guys, Wolfie, Lisa.
I caused all of this to happen. I am so sorry, guys.
It's fine, don't worry about it, it's not your fault.
Hello and welcome to Miss Peaks Afterparty. I am Aqua and I will be your host. Today we have a very exciting lineup. We've got so many stories to tell and tons of excitement to happen. Firstly, I'd like to thank you for being here. For those of you who don't know, Miss Peaks is a series that SMP that has been run by myself and the co-owner Oliver. Now Miss Peaks started several years ago. I had the vision to do something. It was going to be very short and very quick, and it was only going to be, I think, 10 weeks. Anyway, this whole thing changed and it's become even bigger than that. So Miss Peaks is a story about 4 amazing characters. I play Lisa. Lisa Dawnshine is from a very fun planet called Moonbeam, or the Moonbeam. Her character is very kind of alien, but because she's alien, everything here on your world is completely different. So she's also very new to it all and very innocent. It has been said how old she actually is. Um, she is 342. No, I haven't thought any more about that. However, today we have something very exciting joining us. We have Caitlin, who plays Janetta. Hello, Caitlin.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Would you like to tell us more about your amazing character, Janetta?
Yeah, well, first of all, hello to everyone. I can see my friend Brent in the the Twitch chat, and a couple more people as well. Hellfire, I do not recognize that name, but welcome anyway. Anyway, yes. So my name's Caitlin. You guys will probably know me as Caitlin, to be honest, but you may also know me as Janetta. Partly because that's an internet handle I've had for a while, and also partly because that is the character that I played in Myth Peaks. I do have to admit, I was not very inventive with my character. My character was very much just sort of supposed to be myself in this Minecraft world. But I think that created a sort of interesting dynamic where, like, I almost had this, like, meta view of everything that was going on, and my character sort of knew that everything was just a little bit weird. And I could almost have this, like, sly look to the audience at times, like, yeah, that's strange, isn't it? But anyway, um, fourth wall breaks aside, I had a lot of fun with Myth Peaks. I had a lot of fun with the mod pack. My character is a cat type thing, and that made it quite fun because my character was able to, like, hop around the place and not take full damage, and some of the things like that. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say about my character. Uh, my character didn't really do that much in the actual story. I was basically just there to observe what was going on around me, and to help out wherever I could. So yeah, that was me.
Awesome. Um, yeah, the person you're referring to in chat is Mia. Hi, Mia. Mia is
Hello.
another one of our amazing stuff. She did a very important role. She was our very amazing lore master. So she really helped myself and Oliver in particular as we built up the lore. Because a lot of the lore was formed by us, a lot of especially the central lore. Character lore was clearly up to the person, but we did a lot behind the scenes so that everything was like a surprise to others, so that we could get genuine reactions. So people didn't have to act. But she joined with her character, also Mia, very unexpectedly. Um,
Hmm.
several, a little way into Miss Peaks, we've been going for a couple of episodes. She DM'd me one day and said, "I have Minecraft," and I replied and said, "Don't tell anyone.
Hmm.
We're gonna make this a huge thing." We've been on the server the day before, and oh my gosh, yeah, I've got this fancy camera, so currently I've been splooshed, guys. I've been
Sploosh.
splooshed.
Oh, it's nothing to cry about. Look at all those tears. Oh, it's so sad.
Can you light up at the corner there? Over there.
Hmm?
Can you light up the
Uh,
corner over there? I'm worried mobs will spawn behind me and explode me.
Okay, that was another thing about my character. I can't see darkness. My eyes are
Oh,
literally
I
like,
forgot about that bit, yeah.
yeah. So right now I didn't actually know how dark that was, but anyway, yeah, carry on.
My character, was about half my size. Um, I forgot to mention that. Um, yeah, so she joined. We had a session beforehand. We set her up in the right place. We had pressure pressure plates in place, and I told everyone to be in F1, so that like this, so you can't actually see anything and you can't see chat. And she joined, and I jumped on the pressure plate. Everyone was in blindness, and then when it all came up, she was there on the table. It was fantastic.
Isn't that the message that you posted? The thing that I've put behind you?
No,
Um, was that a different time?
that was I think that was the first emergency meeting, which was the the skulk under Oliver's base.
Okay. I have to admit, Myth Peaks took place, like most of it took place a really long time ago,
It did.
and it's been interesting recently going back through it and trying to figure out like what actually happened when in the story. But yeah, I remember the emergency meeting under spawn, follow buttons to find the entrance. That was funny.
It was so
Um,
crazy.
but yes, we can get back onto that in a little bit.
Um, anyway, unfortunately, this so-called seemingly flawless Caitlin.
Sorry.
Okay, so where my camera is, all I can see is
Oh,
the back of your head.
oh, oh, oh.
Um, so we it didn't go flawlessly. Um, unfortunately, Oliver was not in F1 mode. But not only that, by that point he already knew because
I'm
because
so
Mia
sorry.
because Mia had gone live before Oliver, and he decided to be a good friend, support her, and he pulled up her stream. And she was alive with the captions, joining Myth Peaks SMP.
Ah, there you go.
At this point, the gist was up, although we didn't know that until afterwards. But it was very funny.
Yeah, I remember. So I thought I knew something was up because you were being quite secretive and you were saying things like oh, you got to be an F1 route here, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure that someone is going to join the server or that something is going to happen in the chat, like maybe something's going to happen that causes an achievement or something like that. Um, I didn't know exactly who was joining or like when or what kind of a part they'd play in the story or anything like that. And to be honest, I didn't really know Mia that well. Had I actually spoken to Mia? I think I'd spoken to Mia like once.
You had
Um,
spoken to her, I'm fairly sure.
yeah, I guess we'd probably done events together
Yeah,
on your Discord.
you know,
But
probably.
probably yeah, but that was a really long time ago. But anyway, yeah, I didn't really know Mia that well, but yeah, I know you're there, Mia. So it was good to get to know you better through this, and it was a pleasant surprise when the whole poof thing happened and you suddenly just appeared in the world or whatever.
That was
Yeah, that
such a
was
good
one of
moment.
my favorite streams that we did.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, you've come to
I'm
walk
moving
around.
around
Very
now.
nice. I'm trying to catch the minecart. The minecart's still whizzing around and I missed it
Oh
that
yeah,
time.
that minecart. You're gonna laugh at this chat when I tell you why the minecart exists. Basically, I was too lazy to walk, so I put a minecart in because I couldn't be bothered.
I got it. I'm in the minecart.
Yeah.
You'll see me whizzing past in like a sec. Yeah. Surely it gets annoying, right? Like I play Minecraft. Hello. um. Oh, I stopped. What? Oh, you. Okay.
Lisa's
I was
back at
gonna
her
say.
old pranks.
So I play Minecraft with my sound off, but I know that you have your sound on. Surely it gets really annoying to just hear the minecart whizzing around.
Nope.
Okay,
Honestly, I hardly notice it.
fair enough.
Yeah, it's really fun. Not gonna lie, I love that minecart.
Yeah, it was a good idea. I like the way
Yeah.
we've or I like the way you have redecorated this mansion as well. Like pretty
Yes.
much every room now has something new in it, something that wasn't there at the start. Yeah, I like the way you've done that.
This takes us on to a more exciting section. The, the mansion, of course, we had to move to the mansion after Oliver or Wolf Fang or Silver Fang decided to try and kill me or try and kill Lisa. So we decided we would move to the mansion. And then Janetta went missing. Caitlin.
Yes. Do you guys want to know the reason why I went missing? Now, obviously, the other people will already know about that, like Mia, Oliver, and yourself, Aqua. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, the only reason, literally the only reason that I went missing was because I went on holiday, and this was the time where we were streaming quite a lot. We were streaming like once a week. So myself going on holiday, like that was going to be noticeable because you guys were going to do some streams in that time. So we had to come up with an excuse for why my character wasn't going to be around during those streams, and we thought that we could implement it into the story. So I can't remember how the idea came about of myself being captured by Wolfie, but I don't know if you remember that, Aqua. But anyway,
I think I threw it or should you talk so we were trying I think it was a case of what can we do that means you're not there? What's the
yes,
easiest way out of this? Ah, yes, the bow.
and that yes, so
Explanation for everything, the bow.
that was also around the time that obviously the story was really picking up, where Wolfie was becoming evil, and we were just figuring out why that was, and yeah, so we thought let's have my character get captured by Wolfie, and then when I come back from my holiday in 2 weeks' time, you guys can discover me and rescue me, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
And that was a very funny episode as well. And that's actually an episode where I already released some of the behind the scenes stuff because I don't know if you remember this, Aqua, but the myself and Wolfie had quite a lot of like technical difficulties And
I do. I remember that clip. That was so funny.
yes, I uploaded a clip of that to my own YouTube channel, and yeah, so that exists on the internet somewhere. But but yeah, no, that was a good episode, and I love all of the voice clips that came out of it that ended up getting used in the trailer that you made. I thought that was very funny.
Yes. Kate, check Discord.
Okay, I will check Discord.
Hold on. I'm just giving you and Mia a shout out.
Hey,
Oh, for Pete's sake, I have to wait a whole minute.
that's okay. That's okay. Um, yeah, there's a shout out for Mia. Very nice.
Yeah.
Who else have we got in the chat? How are you doing, Brent? You doing okay? Now I've got to wait like 2 minutes for Brent's reply due to the Twitch delay. Oh well. I am very good. That is good to hear.
Aww.
Aqua did something very nice for me recently.
Oh, yes.
Brent, you were there as well. I have my own like Minecraft world, but it's one that was made entirely for me by Aqua. And yeah,
Da,
Brent,
da,
it
da,
was
da, da,
so
da. Not
sorry.
entirely by me. Give credit to the
Okay,
people who don't put in the whole work.
by Aqua and also a bunch of my friends. Yeah, but you got them all together, Aqua, and like that's so cool. But yeah, anyway, I ended up with my own Minecraft world, which has a lot of things that are important to me. Like you recreated my old workplace, and you put in things from Myth Peaks, and you put in how's a minecart got downstairs?
This is your fault.
Oh, I see. I got out of the minecart right as it dropped through the tunnel. Whoops. Okay, that's
Uh,
funny.
we are quickly going to switch to a VC.
Yeah, let's do that.
General. Right. Let me just hold on. I'm having issues. Right. Here we go. Can you hear me? Nope, because I'm muted. Now, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Mia.
can.
Right, folks. This is Mia. She is a lot of the brains. She plays character Mia, and as I've said before, she is our lore master. And there's Kate.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello.
All right. I hear we have
Hello.
gained a Mia. Hello, Mia.
Hello,
How are
Katie.
you doing?
Honestly, I'm doing alright. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it today because of work and everything. Sorry I couldn't join the server because technical difficulties on my end this time.
That's okay. Yeah, I was told you weren't coming
Yeah,
today, so I'm good to hear you.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was like, you know what? Since I have the time and and I'm free currently, I was like, you know what? Might make a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Miss Peaks for surprises and technical difficulties.
Yeah.
That
Well, it
sums
wouldn't
up
be
our
Most
Miss
life.
Peak stream
definitely.
without it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Right. Mia, tell us about Mia.
Alright, so the lore behind her was that she is born from the depths of the end realm, and basically, what I had with her was that during her like the creation of her, I was thinking, okay, how do I want to play this? Because I was thinking, you don't get in with using the origins mod. Not a lot of people choose the Ender if they're gonna do an SMP. So I was thinking, okay, go Ender, and I found the perfect Ender skin, which I wish I could display. But I was like, you know what? Find the best Ender skin to at least go with what I'm trying to show. And it was like, yeah, this will work. And then I was literally talking with Aqua to see how we were gonna set up her how to like bring her into the story, and there was like a lot of back and forth of like deliberating and figuring out and planning and how to like go about it. It was a pretty fun process because I was like, you know what, I was told about this, and I was like, you know what, I want a little in on the fun because like I'm a creative writer and lore writing is like my thing, and so like trying to like get into it and help really brought that out for the story. I'm glad with how it turned out, to be honest.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
So
Although
what
all
I'll
of
else?
say,
them,
Mia, it was. Sorry for interrupting you there,
that's
Aqua.
fine.
I will say, Mia, it was really good to have someone who does actually have that sort of like creativity for characters and that sort of thing. One thing that I've
Oh,
personally always
definitely.
struggled with is characters. I'm quite good at stories, but in terms in terms of those stories, I tend to need a character who already is like fully fleshed out. Um, Back when I used to do like
But you need like
dra
the ideas of
yeah,
how you
exactly.
want to get
Like
it, how you want to go about it.
back when I
Yeah,
was
I know
doing
what you mean.
drama in school, I would always do I'd write the stories, but I would rely on my friends to flesh out the characters and that sort of thing. And I feel like we had a nice kind of like, you know, I could always ask you for help on lore and that sort of thing. And you know,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry that I didn't
definitely.
really take much of that on because my character was a little bit vague, but your character was good. I
You're all
like your
good.
backstory.
Thanks. Because I mean, I came up with it on the spot. It was just like, okay, if I'm going for like if I'm going with the Ender origin, I might as well start with the end and work my way through the backstory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of like thinking about how I want to, go about it and everything else.
Mm.
So it was a lot of fun
Yeah.
navigating through that part.
All
I
of us,
remember. Go ahead.
sorry, all of us carried absolutely threw you onto the bus though. My gosh.
Yeah, I remember I was trying so hard not to laugh when I had Mia make her entrance, her debut into Myth Peak. So I was trying so hard not to laugh. I'll be genuinely honest, because like I was like watching Oliver's stream, and it was just like just waiting for that timing and for your go ahead, and it's just like there we go. I was trying so hard not to laugh because I knew it was coming, and it's just like I was just waiting, trying so hard not to laugh at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a good
and it
entrance,
was
I
so
will
hard
say.
to try and
It,
yeah, it was so hard to try and keep it quiet for so long, and it was just like, they don't know what's coming.
I will say though, and this is not your
So
fault at all, Mia, and obviously not Oliver's fault, but the more people you get on an SMP, the harder it is to organize. And I think we discovered that quite a lot,
yeah.
Aqua, where like
yeah.
we
Oh yeah, definitely.
this is one of the reasons that Myth Peaks ended how it did, just
Yeah.
because as we got more and more people involved and everyone was so like essential to the storyline, we couldn't really go live unless all four of us could make it, and that was rare. That was like a unicorn sort of scenario, and
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I guess that would be my tip to people who are writing SMPs and who want to get involved in SMPs in the future. Um, if you're doing it as like, unless you happen to be in a situation where you can put on a massive SMP because people are like getting paid to do it and that sort of thing, you will probably not be able to get so many people in one place at one time. So I would say try to keep it so that the characters aren't totally dependent on each other and you can always like you can have characters who come in and out when they're available, or you can have characters who aren't necessarily like important to the story but get involved anyway, and it's just a bonus when they are there. Stuff like
Yeah.
that. Because I think that if you don't do that and you do what we did and have like a really committed 4 people, um, you end up with situations where inevitably someone can't make it and you have to delay things.
Yeah.
Or try to plan around it and try to carry on with the story, because like how you mentioned earlier, how we had to improvise Janetta's disappearance with
Yeah,
Yeah.
you leaving for holiday.
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly. I thought you guys dealt with that very well. I watching the stream back afterwards, like coming back from my holiday and seeing you guys literally like mourning my character. Yeah, that was quite hard not to laugh as well.
At least it took that to the extreme. Yeah. That takes us on
Yeah.
to actually the Myth Peaks finale was not what it was supposed to be.
I mean, I'll
Hmm.
be honest about the finale. That took a lot of timing and like talking back and forth about how we were gonna do it and
Yeah.
like how we script it out, because it, like, genuinely speaking from a creative writer's experience, like with that, it took a while to like I know Caitlin, you had a hand in writing it out, and then like
Yeah.
us thinking of how we were gonna play it out with the script there. I mean,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think
so
overall it turned out pretty well.
Oh,
yeah, sorry, I didn't
amazing.
mean to interrupt.
You're all good.
Um, I felt pretty guilty at that point because going up to that episode, I hadn't been that committed to Myth Peaks for a while. I'd started to lose motivation a little bit because I'm not gonna lie, like as much as I enjoyed Myth Peaks, it's not the sort of thing that I normally do, and so it sort of started to get a little bit like it felt like it was coming to a natural conclusion and it got harder to actually record the episodes. But I
Yeah.
felt guilty because I hadn't really done anything with it for a while and I felt like I was letting the team down. So when it
Mm.
came to writing a finale, I really wanted to contribute something. And that's why I offered to basically write a little bit of a script for the battle that we did with
Oh,
Wolfie.
yeah. That was
So
so good. You did such a good job
Yeah.
with that.
I mean, you did
thank you.
absolutely amazing writing that out. I'll be dead honest
Thank
with
you.
you.
I
Yeah.
Like,
I do
it was
appreciate that.
absolutely amazing writing.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, I wanted it to be a climactic finish. It's obviously quite hard to choreograph stuff in Minecraft because there's a lot of
Mm.
stuff that can go wrong, a lot of variables. And we were in the end as well, so like
No,
there was a good
definitely.
chance that somebody was going to get it wrong and fall into the void, or there was a chance that Endermen were going to get angry at us or something like
Which
that. And
happened
I
several
had to kind of
times.
write down yeah, I had to kind of write down like contingencies for if any of that stuff happened. So that was a surprisingly scripted episode where it wasn't just the stuff that happened that was scripted, it was also the stuff that could have happened that was also
Yeah.
scripted and
Mm.
spoken about.
Yeah, because
And
most.
I want to give a quick shout out to
Sorry.
my friend Celine who helped us to rehearse that.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, yes.
and
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
remember.
yeah, no, that was cool.
She was
Yeah,
so
see,
determined to
I
try
know
and
most
take
of the episodes.
Kate. Oh, sorry, Mia.
You're all good. But I know most of the episodes we've done were mostly just improv, because that was just on the spot, on the spot, on the spot. While the finale was more so like scripted to try and see how it plays out versus getting it down to a good, like build it up so much to make it to where it's actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness, Akra, you're at my house. I'm gonna come and check out my house with you as well.
She.
It's absolutely tiny, so there's not much to check out, but
Yeah. How do you know
memories.
I was at your
Um,
house?
I tuned into your stream for a sec. I wanted to see if there were any more comments, but I just saw you in my house.
Also, Aqua, you should show my first base versus
I've
where
just
I
showed
have my
your
base
last
currently.
space. Yeah, I need to do that. I've just showed you last
Mm.
space as you were talking about Mia.
Oh, seriously? I wasn't in
Yeah.
the stream for that. Whoops.
I'm currently going down to the creeper farm.
I'm trying to come back to my
I
base,
see.
but I've fallen in a hole. Well done, me.
How did you do that? You know
Oh,
there's a
Well,
waypoint.
it turns
that's
out
a typical Janetta move right there.
there's a big hole
Janetta's
around the
always
side of
falling
the
into a
manor.
hole.
But yeah, that is a typical Janetta move because my character can't break stone. And so if I do fall in a hole, I have to find my way out rather than dig my way out.
Are
And
you
that's so
stuck?
contrary to the way I normally play Minecraft. Because I'm the miner. I dig. I just dig. And I can't
Can
dig in
Diggy,
confirm.
diggy,
character.
diggy. You're just like a diglet.
I'm a
Dig,
diglet.
diglet,
Yeah.
dig.
Oh, I love
That was like the best reference I could get.
Diggy diggy hole.
Mm-hmm.
Where have you gone, Aqua? Are you down my hole?
creeper farm.
You're down my hole.
33 gunpowder.
Whoa.
It was
To be
probably
honest,
one of my best builds. I loved making the creeper
yeah.
farm. Lisa got the perfect opportunity to just trap you in that hole for hours.
Yes.
You couldn't get out, you were stuck.
What was your favorite build that you did on this world?
Favorite build? Oh, honestly, oh, that's a tough question. I
Yeah.
know I didn't do much, but like, oh, let's try to remember. What was my favorite build?
So yeah, I quite like my treehouse. I know that
Ooh, yeah.
it's basically the only thing I did build, but um, I don't know. I thought uh, it's small, but it does the trick, and I think it's kind of like I don't know. It does feel a bit like a home at this point.
Yeah,
How about
I
you,
think.
Aqua? Oh, sorry,
Um,
Mia.
Yeah, it's right. It's right around there.
yeah, it's here.
But yeah, basically, it was basically my first base.
Hmm.
I actually liked building into the right next to the meeting room. That way, it was like quick access. I only made it look abandoned so that way I could at least try and throw Wolfie off if he ever
Yeah.
because I made it look abandoned so the fact that
Yeah.
if Wolfie was ever gonna try to find me, he wouldn't find me at all because cause you guys had a general idea of where my base was,
Yeah.
but it was my contingency plan was at least move from my first base to the my room in the mansion, which I had a lot of fun decorating, I'll be honest.
You really did. It looks
Yeah.
amazing.
I don't know if you
No, you did a
cuz
really
like
good
I
job with
spent
that.
quite a bit of yeah, thanks.
It looks
I had a
magical.
lot of fun thank you. I had a lot of fun decorating cuz that has to be like I've never spent so much time just trying to make my room so decorative when it came to that. I'll be honest with you. And it was just like, okay. Like I was starting with what blocks I had. It was like I'm starting to see what I can go with and how to go about it. Because it was
Aqua, I
just
think
yeah, it was that way.
your moon house might be the best build on the server. Like, it's really hard to build a crescent shape in Minecraft, but I think that looks so good.
Yeah.
Credit to the person
Yeah,
who
like
did
how
the picture. It comes from a video. I copied the video. It was
Okay.
really, really hard to do anything like that as Lisa because actually the original mod we had for Lisa meant that I couldn't even place a block as I jump up. I could only place half slabs to go up.
Wow.
So it meant I had to kind of balance
yeah,
myself on the edge of it and like crawl up and then place fast enough that I didn't end up on top of the block. It was quite treacherous and quite hard work, and I did fall off quite a lot.
Yeah. Lisa grew though, didn't she?
Yes, so I went on the mod
Yeah,
server one
I
day,
remember.
and it wouldn't let me on.
Good.
So I had to go through
That's
every
Yeah, I
single
remember
mod.
you came to me. Yeah, I remember you messaged me saying, Mia, I have a situation. The mod doesn't work, and I'm gonna need a new origin." I remember that conversation. You just come screaming in my DMs, and it's just like, "Okay, well, we'll figure it out, and we'll see how we can implement this into the story."
I remember that. Didn't you try to,
I
because I had
remember
two
that so
mods
well.
options, and the second origin I had, didn't you try and use
Yeah.
on me so that you could cause mischief on Lisa?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't we just kind
I
of
re-
not explain
you
it in
know,
the story? We just didn't
We
address
did.
why Lisa had grown,
We
did
did.
we?
Yeah, because she couldn't fly. Because I think with the Gia, which was the original origin, she could fly. So I think it was kind of part of coming down to nature. Also, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but a
yeah.
lot of the flowers had effects on me. Um,
Okay.
and one of them,
I actually did not notice that because I think I had my particles off.
I think I remember that, yeah.
one of them, um, I tried to get to my barn. I had a barn kind of not far away from Caitlin's, from Janetta's place, and it was in a flower field, and I got near it and ended up in the air. One of the
Yeah,
potions that had
I
given me
remember
was
this.
levitation. I remember just panicking there, like, "Help! I'm stuck! I'm in the air! How do I get down?"
That was funny. You just walk across the field and suddenly, oh, I'm floating.
The amount of times I would walk over there off camera and then just be like, "Oh, for goodness sake, not again!" Although talking of
Honestly, I
funny
have to
things,
ask, what is
yeah,
your guys' I have to ask, what is your guys' favorite memory of Myth Peaks altogether? Like, out of everything we've shot.
driving poor Mia bonkers with
Like, what is, like,
playing hide and seek.
what was that?
Driving Mia bonkers by playing hide and seek with her.
Yeah. So for me, it's an interesting one. I really liked the last stream that we did, and there's a couple of reasons for that. First of
I don't
all,
remember which one it was.
it's just kind of like nostalgia. Nostalgia is a powerful thing, right? So like when we were first doing Myth Peaks, it just kind of felt pretty normal. But then when I came back for the last episode, and we hadn't done it in so many months, so long, um, it was honestly like powerfully nostalgic for me, and I wasn't expecting it to be quite that much. But yeah, it really was. Um, and also, Aqua, I think your video making style got so much better. Um, like I'm not gonna lie, when you started up Myth Peaks, you were really new to YouTube and Twitch and all of that, and it was a little bit like you were trying to figure it out as you went. By the end, like I don't know if you guys were all here at the start of the stream, but that like what's it called? The trailer, the intro, that whoa. Did you just try to how did you do
Rats!
that? Oh yeah, you dug me into that hole ages ago, didn't you? Did you just
That did
remember
not
that was
go.
there?
I forgot about it. I tried to dig you into the floor and then you spawned on the bed.
Oh, that's funny. Okay,
Oh,
whoopsie. Anyway, sorry. Um, but yeah, Akra, your editing style and your video style has just got so much better.
Thank you.
And genuinely, like if you keep improving at this rate, then you know, give it another year or so, and you're going to be a formidable YouTuber. So keep it up.
Thank you.
Also, that circle we made,
Oh
I'll
my
I'll be
gosh.
honest, I remember that so vividly because I
Mm.
remember when we were filming that episode, it was Mia and and Lisa. We You were like, Lisa was like, maybe if we do a summoning circle, maybe we can bring her back. I remembered
Mm.
one of those episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that was sweet. That was really sweet of you guys.
Yeah. Lisa
Um,
had
Yeah.
given up all hope and Mia was not having any of this. Rightfully so.
Yeah, Mia was just like, must do what I can.
Yeah.
yeah.
Although, can we talk about how perfectly that restart for the server was? Like that, the fact that the server requested or decided it was going to restart, that wasn't planned. We can't plan that. The server just does that randomly. That was like a 1 in a million
Yeah.
chance. That was flawless.
I mean, I I remember when we were when she disappeared when we did when Katie got randomly dis- when we, I think I'm trying to remember how it went. How did we do it?
I think didn't didn't
Uh,
didn't
sorry, my
Lisa just
brain
kind of run
is
up to you and was like, she's
Yeah.
gone.
Because I was,
yeah, because
Lisa
I
was
think
in
I
the
was still
hole mining with Janetta.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
I think you it was either you disconnected or the whole server went kaput, rejoined, and then you were gone. I think that's how it went. I'm not exactly
Yeah,
sure
that
if I
that
remember
was what I
correctly.
mean, is the server decided it needed to restart. So it decided
Now I
that.
remember what you're
And
talking about.
yeah, and the whole thing shut. And then when it came back up, because Caitlin didn't rejoin, but I was in the hole with Kate Janetta, or Lisa was in the hole with Janetta. So she was obviously there, and then she wasn't there. And it made a very sharp difference of, oh, I'll finish the hold, she'll be back. She never came back. And that's made,
Yes, I remember that.
yeah.
See, yeah, so first of all, when you were saying that, I was like, did this happen in the episode with Lisa and Mia? I can't remember that. But no, I remember that now. The thing I remember thinking, okay, this isn't a criticism, but the thing I remember thinking about that was, if you really start thinking about it, like, how would Wolfie somehow capture me during the server reset? Like, that doesn't make sense. But
I
if you
mean,
don't think about
to
it
be
too
honest,
hard, it was a very cool moment. So yeah, I
The
will let you
sword
have that
does
one.
everything. It wasn't Wolfie, it was the sword. That's certainly what we got from Wolfie.
The bow,
no,
yeah.
no, remember it was
Although
the
you had the
bow.
bow. Oh,
Remember?
yeah. Funny thing about the bow.
I mean, if you,
Do you
mm,
remember when we confronted Wolfie? Um, Janetta was missing. We had an episode where we went for Wolfie. Uh, Mia came into my base. I trapped up the base. Or Lisa trapped up the base. Uh, Wolfie walks in, walks over over the pufferfish Sally, kills the pufferfish. I then drop down, or drops down, kills him, and then, well, now over back in his base. Mia and I looked at each other and individually went, "Have you got it? Have you got it?" But the voicemail just flat out refused to work. So we both did it to each other, and then there was the silence, and then, "Can you hear me?" But I
yeah,
had been a Muppet. Oliver and I, when we set up the bow, we've both been morons, it turns out. Or, well, mainly me. And we put um, Curse of Vanishing on it, not Curse of Binding. So the
yeah. I
bow completely
remember we were trying to
vanished.
figure out which bow it was. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember we were trying to figure during that time frame. We were trying to figure out which bow was it.
And eventually I
I remember how
realised,
chaotic that was.
yeah. I remember going back to Oliver in creative me like, so it turns out we're both dum-dums. The bow's vanished. But at least this gives us an excellent point of where's the bow now kind of scenario. So I gave him it back, but curse of binding this time. That worked out fine.
So you're telling me that it wasn't the bow all along?
Well, the bow came back as he said it would. We still have his stuff
Yeah.
actually in his mansion.
One thing
I
I will
forgot. Did
say,
he ever?
actually,
Go ahead.
sorry, I think you might be on a bit of a delay, Mia, because we keep accidentally talking over each other, and I'm really sorry for that.
It's alright. It's alright.
But no, actually, you go first, because I was going to bring up a completely different point.
I I'm trying to remember. Whoops.
I just
I,
said we've still got his stuff in the mansion.
oh yeah, yeah, that's right. I never got to see where he set up. To be honest.
He was in a
Oh,
treehouse, wasn't he?
yeah. Yeah, no, you did go
No,
there because
he was
we
underground. Yeah, yeah. I remember he had his own. I remember he had a base, underground base in the forest. That's all I remember. I don't know if he set up like a room in the mansion.
No, he didn't. He was never actually been in the mansion.
Oh, that's right. I remember we brought him back to see the mansion, and then we just kind of left it from there.
Yeah. Yeah. I still
So
have his whole
the thing I
chest of
was going
totems.
to, yeah,
What was
the
that?
thing I was going to bring
What was
up
that?
is with Wolfie. One thing I thought was pretty cool was that there was, so I respect Oliver a lot, the guy who plays Wolfie. Um,
Mhm.
the thing was though, some of the fear of, oh hello, some of the fear of Wolfie was actually quite genuine because I've just been killed. Anyway, so you said that you said earlier that a lot of the episodes were quite unscripted. They were quite like improvised.
Mhm.
That was the case with basically everything that happened with Wolfie. So a lot of the things that happened, a lot of the times when Wolfie would like put us under pressure or whatever, were totally unscripted, and we didn't really know where he'd come from, and we had to
Wow.
keep track of like what he knew and what we didn't know. So
Mhm.
when you were talking earlier, Mia, about like um not knowing whether or not Wolfie would find your base or whatever, like that was genuine. Wolfie didn't know where our
Yeah.
things were. Um,
Yeah.
and we were telling him not to not to watch the streams and that sort of thing because we wanted to maintain that genuine, like we wanted the
Oh yeah.
conflict to feel real. And
Mhm.
yeah, I actually quite like that. It meant that Wolfie was like, again, all due respect to Oliver, but it meant that Wolfie was not just the bad guy in the story but also kind of in real life as well.
He
Mhm.
actually,
Because
there was a lot more
I remember.
plans that actually you guys realize.
Okay.
A lot
Yeah,
of what he
I
was
think
gonna
he had a
do.
lot more planned. I think he
Yeah.
did have a lot more planned,
Okay.
considering the amount of time we like had between planning and like all the, because I know back then we had a lot of free time to try and plan everything till we slowly got busy, each of us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There was a lot that he had talked to me about and plans that he had set in place with help from me, such as the actual bow coming into him coming in possession with the bow. You guys wouldn't have seen it necessarily because we hid the pressure plates quite well, but I actually, a lot of some of the stuff that he did, I already knew about. I didn't know about the dragon. That's one he absolutely dumped on us and surprised us all with, and
Okay.
blaming Mia on the whole dragon thing. But that was completely
yeah, to
that
be
was
honest,
him.
I'll be honest. I just took the ball and rolled with it when when we did that moment where when he was like evil Wolfie and he was like, "This is mostly your fault for bringing all this darkness from the end." I just took the ball and rolled with it, and I just made it at like like made her think that it was partly her fault for everything that was going on.
Yeah.
Because like she just shows up out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden things start to go wrong.
I hadn't thought of that before, but yeah, that kind of like storyline did sort of come about just in an instant in that dragon fight episode. Yeah, I hadn't thought
Mhm.
of that, but no.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
it's
quite.
just all kind of just snowballed from there, to be honest.
Yeah. I remember when he blamed it on you because I was in the floorboards, obviously, listening
Oh,
in.
wasn't that when I called him to the emergency room
Yeah,
meeting room and I had you listening in?
that was it. Yeah,
Oh yeah, now I remember.
yeah. Because I remember being sat there and he spun that on you, and I was like, I could not believe it. I hadn't seen that coming at all. And I remember getting back and talking, and Lisa talking to you. And then I then left, Lisa then left the room. My intention there, although unfortunately I never got to follow through with it, and I'm very disappointed about that, was I was going to go to Wolfie and kill him and tell him off for blaming it all on you.
Hmm. So what were some of the other things that Wolfie was going to do that didn't end up in the actual story?
Mia,
What's that?
Mia, do you want to
Yeah.
say? Do you want to say? I don't remember all this, so
Honestly, I don't remember at all because I was like, oh,
okay.
as you said, that was all a long time ago. So,
Yeah. Well, things
That's
that didn't
okay.
happen. Lisa was never supposed to leave. The original storyline was she returned, and me already knew about this. I told her long in advance because I wanted somebody to be aware of it when I did it. And the plan was she was going to turn around to you guys and choose to stay with you guys.
Hmm.
mm.
Um,
So
so
why
that
did that change?
I think
because
it was all because sorry, but I'm just giving my my input. I think it was
yeah,
because at that time we all got super busy and it was really hard to try and plan anything for
yeah,
like that kind of finale for her for
for everyone to
like
be there.
for, yeah, for everyone to be
Yeah,
there, and it's just like and trying to like I because I was telling Aqua that I was gonna have for Mia to stay in the end off like getting reacclimated, so that way it could be her like her going away for a long time, so that way she can get back into like that feeling of being an ender.
yeah.
So and
It was
then with Wolfie being with Oliver being busy with his own stuff, um it it really kind of like put Aqua in a position where it's like, okay, gonna change the end my my ending.
yeah,
So
yeah,
That's fair enough, yeah. I guess you adapted it as it went along.
yeah.
I was supposed to have a bit more of an ending to my character as well, but
Oh,
I have to admit, I so I never really knew what it was going to be, but originally the plan was that all of our characters were going to have something to like bring the story full circle. Um,
mm,
with my character, I thought about a few things, but really I was struggling and I just wanted to see how the rest of the series went. But the reason that didn't happen is because I have to admit, I kind of ended the series feeling a little bit guilty that I hadn't put more thought into my character. Because again, stories are my kind of thing, characters aren't really. So my
I mean, I could
character
have.
is very much.
I mean, I could have helped you at that point to try and
I
figure that part
appreciate
out.
that, but honestly, once I'd created my character, there wasn't really much going back. Because
Yeah.
my character was
Yeah.
very much just like a self-insert of myself,
Yeah.
and as such, it didn't really feel right to write any stories that just focused on my character, because again, it would just be a self-insert. So
Yeah.
I decided that my role in Myth Peaks was not to have a story myself, and that was another reason why I stopped streaming as well, because
Yeah.
I realized that my character didn't really fit in this story.
I mean,
My
it
my
Yeah.
did fit
You ended up
I
overall.
looking
guess
after Lisa and Mia.
that's
We
true,
both.
but
Yeah,
how
Mia,
my
I was just
character
going
ended
off
up
on my own.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think how my character ended up fitting was I ended up fitting as a vessel to move the story onwards, and
I
I'm
mean, that
satisfied with
was
that.
most of that. I think that was most of
Yeah,
everybody, considering how like each edition, like each character like coming into the story started become like that like vessel to like slowly move it about. Considering that with I know it started with, I believe it was Aqua, and then it started. Then Oliver came into the story, then you, then me.
but
So
that's why I didn't
it's
end
just
up
like each
doing.
part.
Yeah, sorry. That's why
Yeah.
I didn't end up doing a
No.
final episode for Janetta, because I felt like there wasn't really anything to resolve except for other people's stories, and that's why I was satisfied with what we ended up doing. But yeah, sorry, I
Yeah.
interrupted again.
You're all good. Because I mean, I didn't really. Because to be honest, when I was starting to get really busy, and then I started having technical difficulties trying to get back into the server, it's just um I had plans to kind of do one exploration with Lisa, to kind of like show that this is what she's found, and like probably do like a final build with her before she starts exploring more of the end. But since I was having technical difficulties that I never got the chance to resolve, it's just I just kind of left it at the point of like having like her going having a quick return to the overworld to give a final message, and as like to the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. If would either of you ever thought at any point that the finale would be all four of the characters stay together and they all ride off into
I
the
mean,
sunset?
if we could have if we had the time and no more like of the issues, I think we could have definitely done that, like in a creative lore sense, with I think definitely seeing each character like go back like to where they started, like
Yeah.
definitely having that final walk.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's just my input.
Yeah.
I think one of my regrets is that it ended how it did. I wish that we'd managed to get all four of us together for the end. I know that was just never gonna happen with our own situations, and I hope that in the future we get all four of us back together just to like reminisce sometimes. But
Go on
Mm.
holiday.
yeah, the truth is, if we if we hadn't finished it when we had, it would have just like sat in limbo for even longer than it already did.
Yeah.
So I kind of regret that that's how it finished, and I wish that we'd done something more together, since
Yeah.
obviously this was a project that we did together.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was still a satisfying finish. I
Yeah.
think, like I said, your characters got their own like little send-offs, and my character got to help you guys complete your stories, and I'm satisfied with the way the story ended, but not necessarily like the way that the season itself or the series itself ended, in terms of like
Yeah.
it just sort of fizzled out, and I wish that it had.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, my whole goal for Mia, when I started her storyline with, as I got her to enter the story, her whole goal was to return home. I didn't have anything planned like genuinely after like after like anything final with anybody else. So it's just like that was like the one thing that was planned the whole time for her,
Mm,
and so it was just like that was like the only intention I had, because like I was because had I still had like that free time that I did, I probably would have loved to do a second season if my thing
Mm.
would love to work.
yeah.
Um, I would have loved to go in and because I did bring this up to Aqua Aqua during one of our conversations if we were ever to come back for a season two. I was
Oh,
good instead of Wolfie becoming um if Wolfie was to ever come back, I it wouldn't be him as the villain. I would have had it would have been my character Vera. I would have had her been like a netherborn creature of
Mm.
some sort.
cool.
And but that idea got scrapped since
Yeah.
issues started to rise.
I have to say, the ending, when I finished like planning for the ending, and I sat there and I was so gutted when I realized Janetta was going to end up alone because Mia was in the end. Lisa was going back
Yeah.
to the Dawnshine.
Yeah, because
And
I did want to try. I was wanting to at least tease Vera at one.
ah,
I was wanting to do that at one point, but never got that chance.
oh,
To be honest, though, Janetta being alone is kind of fitting since that's how it started. Like from Janetta's point of view,
sad.
they were alone, and then Lisa turned up one day, and then Wolfie just kind of appeared. Like Lisa found Wolfie quite early on and just sort of appeared.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course Mia appeared out of nowhere, and Janetta was just there like, well, what's going on here then? These characters are just appearing out of nothing. So I guess it kind of did come full circle in the end with Janetta going back to
A
a
peaceful little
relatively
life
normal, relatively normal life in a relatively normal Minecraft world.
where she wasn't
Yeah.
dealing with two children to look after.
Basically, yeah.
And then Wolfie, or basically with Wolfie, him going back to the forest to do his own
Oh,
thing, and then
he
Yeah,
get
was
be
back to the
captured.
famous.
end where
Don't you
oh
remember the
was it
wanted posters? Yeah, he was captured at the very end of my episode.
well we're the ones that captured him.
No, no, no. The wanted posters. They finally came full
Yeah,
circle. The wanted posters appeared in our bases. It was his plan, and
yeah,
then
I remember that.
he got arrested by the people who wanted him. We didn't do those wanted posters.
Oh,
We had nothing to do with that.
oh,
Yeah,
I thought he went back into hiding. I thought that
no.
was that.
He got caught. The original
I did,
plan with that one was you two would wear police officer uniforms, and there was a scene. There'd be a scene where you two, as police officers, arrested him.
uh,
I'm not sure quite how you would fit that into the story, but that is kind of funny.
yeah.
Yeah, I do have a message from Oliver. If I can find it, give me a second. Um,
Ooh.
he said, "Hey everyone, I just want to say that it's been an absolute honor working on the Myth Peaks project. It was a very long working project that worked, and we all enjoyed it. Unfortunately, due to circumstances, I haven't been able to work on it myself but we've had our lovely Aqua Q, who is our main person for the project. She's the one that had the idea and was the one that started it all up. So massive thank you to you, Aqua, and all your time. Hopefully I'll be able to start helping out again and be able to share some videos. But may this be a warning. Wolves work in packs and are never alone.
Okay.
The cheeky little warnings from Oliver.
I will say, of all the people who could have played the villain, I'm glad that it was Oliver.
He
I
played
think
it
he had a
so
great
well.
time doing that.
I'll give him props. I'll give him 100 out of 100 for
Yeah.
that. I was not expecting to go like really into it. Like he did so well. And
Yeah,
to be honest,
and
it almost halfway convinced me that he was evil. Like
I'll let him know you
I'm
said
glad
that.
that I'm glad that we were still able to create a storyline for him, even though he was having quite a lot of technical issues the whole way through.
oh yeah,
And
I
we couldn't
remember.
always like he was easily the person who was like on the server the least, and yet we
Yeah.
still managed to make his character important and make it so
Mhm.
that when he was here, it was impactful. And
Oh, it was
yeah, no, I
impactful,
liked
all
it.
right.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like
Yeah,
I'll give it to him for I'll give him the credit. Like he did absolutely amazing this in the
yeah.
series. Like
Hmm.
He stole the
like
show.
like give him a round of applause. Yeah.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people in SMP's comments that in like proper big SMPs say that, not many people want to play the villain, but Oliver, not only did he play the villain, he absolutely owned it.
Yeah, ran with it.
So, yeah,
And
and
Oliver, I think Oliver's like not to give too much away about personal lives because obviously, but like Oliver's easily the youngest of us as well, and I feel like
I'm not
even
sure
though
actually.
is
Yeah,
is is he like a
I think
year
yeah.
younger than me, something like that?
No, he's 2 years younger than me.
Is
Yeah,
he?
there
Oh,
you go.
I
So
didn't
he's
realize that.
easily
I thought he was about
he's
your
easily
age.
the youngest of the bunch, but that makes it so that he still had that sort of like enthusiasm for playing a mischievous sort of character. And it also, I don't know, I think it also made it more impressive that he was able to play such a convincing villain.
Yeah.
So yeah, mad props to Oliver.
I guess we're the oldies then, Caitlin.
I'm the oldest of the bunch.
Not by much, but yeah.
Me and Aqua are the middles.
Yeah.
The middle child, yeah.
Middle children, yeah.
And actually, Oliver found the mansion by accident.
Did he?
Yeah. I had Lisa had stolen the waypoint from his base and had placed it
Oh
in the
yes!
mansion, and he clicked on it, and for some reason it was still connected to him. I think because he made it, and he was able to get in there, and he sent a message into Discord being like, "Guys, why am I
What
in
is
the
this?
mansion?
Yeah.
Why is my base turned into a mansion?" But he never said anything. He completely downplayed it. So yeah, props to him. Although he didn't have to downplay it for long by that point because it was kind of finale at that point.
Yeah.
Right. I think we need to start wrapping this up.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would
Hold
you
on
like to
one
say
minute.
some last sort of words, Aqua, and then we can maybe say some things and then wrap it up?
Um. Yeah. Do you two want to go first? I'm obviously, as you can hear, very
Oh,
prepared for this.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'd
I'll
just
go
like to
first.
say, sorry, Mia. I'd just like to say thank you, Aqua.
Go ahead.
Your creativity knows no bounds, and I know that you'll continue to do this kind of thing. Um, I know that not everything went to plan. Uh, honestly, Myth Peaks is a great example of first and foremost how much fun you can have just kind of doing a project with friends. And I would absolutely encourage other people to do that. But it's also a warning tale of like sometimes you can get too ambitious. So
But don't
if you
let
are
it
going to do
stop you.
something,
We
yeah,
made
don't let
it.
it stop you.
We made
Don't
it.
let it stop you, absolutely. But do let it, like, definitely remember that this can happen and keep in mind that there are always ways around it. Like, obviously, the story for Myth Peaks ended up going quite differently to how we expected it to, and there was a hiatus of like nearly a year because we couldn't all get together in the same place. And I think this is a warning about, do try to make contingency plans for if things go a little bit wrong. But as I said, it's a great example of how friendship can bring great things to life, and I don't want to distract, or I don't want to discourage anyone else from doing the same thing. So yeah, I'd like to thank you again, Aqua. Keep doing what you do. I'd like to thank you, Mia. It was amazing when you joined, and it was good to get to know you better. And I'd of
My
course like to
pleasure.
thank Oliver. I think he did an awesome job, and it's a shame he couldn't be here today. And of course, everyone else who helped out and watched along, whether it was on my streams back when I did those, or whether it was on Aqua's streams, or even Mia's streams. I know you didn't stream much, Mia, but you gave it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did Oliver stream? Yeah,
Yeah.
Oliver streamed, didn't he?
Tiny
Yeah,
bit, but yeah, he
he
did.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, if you watched along on any one of our streams, then that was greatly appreciated. You know, sometimes it could be a little tough to keep going when there was nobody watching, but whenever you guys showed us your support, it was excellent stuff. Oh, I just got teleported to the meeting room. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Mia?
But yeah,
Oh, sorry.
that's the last words from me. Janetta out.
I think for me, it's that I really had fun with this project, because when I was told about this, I was hesitant about wanting to, try and join it, but I didn't know like what I should do till like I actually sat down with Aqua, and you know, we decided to like talk it through. So I'm really glad I actually took the shot to become a part of a SMP that, yes, it's small, but at the same time, it's like I really got to put my skills to use. Like I had lots of fun, and honestly, if I was to make that choice again, I would definitely do it when I find that time, because currently my time's on the lopsided side. So, but yeah, if I was to make that choice again, I would definitely want to do it. But I would come back a bit better when it comes to planning, most definitely.
Yeah.
But I think that with that, I honestly would say, I'll always be like the behind the scenes lore writing, because quite honestly, lore writing is just one of the best things that I got. But if you would ever need story or plot continuations, I'm right here. Always
Yeah.
have been.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been an honor.
that's me for now. So
Yeah.
it's been an
I
honor
will
and a
be
pleasure.
DMing you later, Mia.
Yeah.
It's been an honor. I hope there'll be a Myth Peaks 2, small or not. Please don't make me walk back there, Caitlin. It was so hot the
Sploosh.
first time.
I can try to sploosh you backwards. Oh,
There
no.
we go.
Sploosh.
Next time maybe we can go on holiday as Janetta and Lisa promised.
Aw.
Don't you remember that scene? Scene that nearly
I
made
do,
us
I do,
both
yeah.
cry.
Yeah, no, I do remember that.
Yeah, I cannot wait for potential second season or for whatever comes next. thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Janetta or Caitlin for being here, and Mia, surprise guest. We didn't know this until we were live.
Woohoo!
So big round
I
of
always
applause
come in
to
at
them.
at the most random moments.
Yeah. I have been Aqua, and this has been Mid Peaks. Goodbye.
Bye bye. I'm standing in your
Goodbye.
camera.